Okay, for all four of y'all to come in, but what is borderline personality disorder? Yeah, BPD, the cluster B personality disorder complex. Borderline. Borderline is borderline psychotic. Although everything is psychotic or psychopathy, but borderline personality, how you'll get it is through early sexual experiences. When I say my early sexual experiences, I'm talking about having incest, maybe molested, maybe, doing the molestation. It can be genetically wise, all these things. Excuse me. Also, borderline personality is dealing with a highly sexually charged male or female. Though they get intimate with others using sexuality. Now, let's not look at these people or the borderline personality disordered individuals as someone who is actually an off-brand, off type of person, because everybody has some type of cluster B personality disorder in this world. You just got to figure out where you're at with it. And so with the borderline personality, they're highly sexually charged individuals. They'll mate with you through sex first. You have one-night stands with those individuals. There's a lot of ladies who have borderline personality, and having a relationship as a man with a borderline personality disordered woman, you most likely will be a narcissist yourself. Sometimes a histrionic, but a narcissist though, because you kind of be a little bit low on your emotional reaction time compared to a borderline personality disordered lady, because they're very fun, they're very flirtatious, and a lot of men struggle on having relationships with these type of individuals or these type of women, because they can float from one relationship to the next. So as soon as they get tired of one, they go to the other one. They go to another one. Or they'll have supply that is lined up. It's still narcissism. Let me pull this back. I think my phone is kind of trying to do something. All right, so I'm thinking my live is going in and out or whatever, but we're talking about this borderline personality disorder. I don't know if it's jumping or whatever. It feels like it is. So let me give it some time. But yeah, borderline personality, they're more, sexually charged individuals. And so with that, when you have a relationship with those type of individuals, like a woman, I say, and you're a man, it's going to be a little harder to keep her, because she's like a feline, like a cat. The only way to keep them type of women is you kind of let them roam. And they may not have sex with nobody else, but if you keep on being in their face, like, yo, then you're going to push them away, and they're going to have sex, man, because they have a personality complex, and you kind of like that sexuality type shit, that weird sexism, where it's like, you can bang her anytime you want to. She's open for sex all the time, but you don't realize that she, has got molested when she was younger, or if she told you, you kind of pushed it to the side, but you don't realize how severe it was or how early it actually happened. And so this is why these ladies or these type of females are really fun. They're fun girls. They're called fun girls, not fun guys, but they're fun girls. Fun guys are the borderline personality men. But to have one of these relationships, you got to be high up on your emotional ladder, G. You got to be high up on your light team. You can't be insecure. Because she will talk to people and flirt around. She might be super hypersexual, but she can talk to a lot of different people. A lot of females and males, So within that borderline personality, hey, what's happening? Let's say, Kenny, what is it? Kenny, boy, what's happening? You already know. Yes, it is. You already know. You must have some kind of experience with one of these months. And they something else. But, there's like 4 different kind of classes of these type of women. You have the WAF, which is like a woman who is, she wants you to do everything for her, even though she can do things on her own, but she wants you to do things for her. Like, can you get that for me? Can you reach that? I just can't. That's a WAP, okay? Then Then you got the witch. The borderline witch is more so like the one that's always mean but bad looking makeup, and you know, she's like, you know, she's just mean in a motherfucker. She ain't really nice. You can still have sex with her, but she's just mean though. You know what I'm saying? If she got children, and she's like guarding her children so nobody talk to them, but still treat her children bad type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy. You know, she's a witch. You know, not a good witch either. You know what I'm saying? But they classified in that type of category. Then you have the borderline hermit. Now this is a chick. This type of chick is a chick who'll be on the inside. Y'all kind of know these mothers, they never come outside and shit, and they always on the inside, and you be like, man, if I get up on that shit, they thick, they sexy as hell, and you don't know if they really getting bust down or not, but you kind of can know a little bit. You heard something. Yo, the the hermits are the ladies who, if they let you in their life, oh, you're gonna have the best sex ever. It's just you and them, you know what I'm saying? And it's a great idolized thing. But once you leave outside of their hermit zone, they'll treat you like they met you all over again, like it's brand new. You know, if you ever noticed that when you get up with your chick again, she can act like brand new. It may not be your chick, but it's a female, you know what I mean? Or people in general. Some women ain't like that. They kind of know y'all know each other already. But if she's a hermit, she's gonna act brand new because she's got to protect her area, her safe zone. You know, she want to feel safe, and so she found out how to be safe by herself. That's a borderline hermit. Then you got a borderline queen who just think everything revolves around her golden pussy syndrome type shit. You know what I'm saying? She didn't get so much attention by men that she thinks that all men are just weak. And she's this queen of all our surveys. So whatever she says goes. You know? And she's even more queener than, you know, she's more over your ass because physically you became low vibration to her, and she can use sex to manipulate you, you know. And so those four you know, cased or cast are pretty much the whole realm of just borderline personality. You can break it down and see who has comorbid, which is a mixture of these. But the histrionic, that lady, you know what I'm saying, you have a borderline histrionic lady, she's very, very outgoing, and a lot of men have relationships with them, you know what I'm saying, because it's easier to have them because she'll point your ass out. And then she'll get with you. You think that you're getting a good girl. Not really getting a good girl. She just knows how to talk to men, and men become weak to her. So there's the same thing for men that on the flip side, where there are borderline men who started sex early as well. You know what I'm saying? This is what we're channeling and we're catching it right now, so we can master and harness this Kundalini energy, because this is what everybody's after. You know, but to have a relationship with any of those individuals, male or female, is very complicated, because you're going to continuously go through the idolize, the value, and discard mechanism. The relationship's only going to last about 5 months. And up to those 5 months going to be the best 5 months you ever had type shit. Y'all be fucking everywhere. I mean, just anywhere. Doing anything. You're having fun. You're both into each other. But as it starts to fade, the insecurity comes in, which is the abandonment issues, the trauma, because most likely, more times than not, the borderline personality disordered woman or man has experienced some type of abandonment issue when they were younger, whether it's dealing with death or their mama leaving all the time, not coming home and being gone. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the girl's not having a dad or a father around, or just seeing their moms having boyfriends, and they just getting cool with their mom's boyfriends. You're dealing with this type of stuff when you're dealing with personality. You know what I'm saying? So this is how to attract certain ones, you'll be able to see once you start coming up on your light. Narcissistic men, they can peep a borderline chick easily. They need that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? That type of stimulation. So in order to have that type of relationship with her, he has to have his game up on his status, which is they both get with each other on status, but he has to have that money game up so he can take care of her ass. Because she's very highly sexual. And she's very, very beloved, you know, she's put together good. You know what I'm saying? She has sex appeal. What's up, Swift? You know what I'm saying? She put together real good. It says, hey, what's up? I don't know how to pronounce your name, but hey, how you doing? It started with an S. I got the sun and stuff on my face. But I'm glad you joined and y'all hopped on. But yeah, we're just covering the borderline personality chick. You know what I mean? Those relationships are really hard to manage. But you can manage. You got to be a goddamn on Mac to do it. Because a lot of this information you got going on nowadays, you got people talking, they're talking and giving you game from a narcissistic point of view, getting a narcissistic woman, how to treat a narcissistic bitch. And I'm going to say it like that. Because if you're getting her from treating a narcissistic bitch, you got to kind of like, You got to show them that you value yourself more than them. You know, if you're dealing with a narcissistic psychopathic chick, man, she got money and she got things she can utilize to hang over your head and make it seem like she can have another one of you. And you're like, no, I'm a diamond. You chasing pebbles after me. No matter if I got whatever, I got it in me. You know what I'm saying? And so when these people giving you this game about like, okay, you gotta leave a bitch to do this, and you gotta, you know, you're the alpha male and all of this stuff. That's coming from a cluster B personality disorder, a very broken personality and mindset, because you're trying to play this game to keep this woman, and she's playing the game. She's already broken to try to play the game to keep you. And so this is where it's like, yo, somebody got to stop this tit for tat type of stuff, because it'll go on for years. There's people in relationships who tit for tat for 20 years. We've been trying to break up for 10 years, been going tit for tat with each other, you know? And those relationships are very toxic. You know what a toxic relationship is when you know you gotta get mad and damn near fight one another and then make up and shit like that. That's cool every now and again, but not every 3-4 days. You know what I'm saying? And then then your girl gotta go out and have sex with another dude and not tell you about it. You'd be like Kevin Gates, like, why ain't you gonna tell me about it? Well, I'll show you if I did it. You know what I'm saying? But chicks don't really give a fuck. They love to be sneaky and shit. You know what I'm saying? They have one up over you. Now, if they know that you open like that, and it's like, nigga, fuck you. Yeah, I don't need you, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll look at you as not valuable no more, because you don't value yourself, you know? And with a borderline personality disorder woman, you got to be more valuable to her, because, you know, she can actually, it's by nature. She's like a broken record. She'll do this shit over and over again. You know? And whatever her sign is just how she's going to play it out. If she's like a Capricorn or whatever, she'll be a broken cluster B personality, borderline Capricorn chick. You know what I'm saying? And along with the whole natal chart, you know? And so this is important to get. This is why semen retention, celibacy, and getting your light right now. Because these women are running with the whole narcissism thing. Oh, the black woman's God. But when we say man, we mean man and woman together. When God said man, he meant man and woman together. Only when he says man and woman is when he just like separating the gender. But it's really just man, nigga. Like, that's what you mean. When you say white man, we don't think white man and woman. We think man and woman together, not white man and / separate from white woman. We think that's them together, G. And so, you know, these are like little tricks and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because society is basically a cluster B personality disorder society as well. But having a relationship with society is the same way. It's an idolize, devalue, and discard, going to work. You know, they may like you coming in, and then you can feel it. You have to start feeling these energies out, having discernment, and really not having to deal with them and finding your way to find your happiness without having to be engulfed in that world as much. Because that's when you get drained at. And so having to be dating according to the standards of the world today, you know, it's broken. It's a cluster B personality type of complex. You're idolizing the person. That's idolatry right there. You know what I'm saying? Now, what happens when you idolize something like that? You devalue it. When you devalue it, what you ready to let go of it now? You discard it now. You know? Especially when you're low on your light, and it's all about physical gratification and sexual gratification. Then yeah, you won't be able to see the actual true light and meaning and understanding of all things that's in existence. You know what I mean? And today being the understanding day, that's the comprehension of the creator, of knowledge and wisdom, of creator, of Abba and Mama. You know what I'm saying? Man and woman, Mama and Father coming together, breaking forth that understanding, that star seed. You know? So with this cluster B personality disorder, if you're tired of being in the relationships where it's a you have to be able to get out the rat race and acknowledge your own self. It's not to be selfish. You're saving self. You're making knowledge born. I'm making knowledge born to save self if I'm looking at you as being myself, you know? But the understanding is the best part. And didn't your little man that walked on water say, for all thy getting, get thy understanding? And that is true, you know? And true is proven right. And no limit of time. Truth is what it is, you know? That's nothing that doesn't change. Now, it takes different ways to get to the truth through mathematical equations and the means, but you're the mean. And so now that you know the differences between, you know, this is what a borderline personality disordered woman is capable of, she's been exposed to sex early and being able to have to battle it within her gene. A lot of genes that she may have the whole comorbid of narcissism and histrionic and borderline and, you know, the NPD. Well, I say her narcissist or sociopath, you know. And when they're put together, you can get bamboozled. These spirits that utilize these type of these genetic makeups to further bamboozle male to get their men who are righteous men to get them off their path. You can use scripts or whatever to kind of verify that if you need to. But this is the way to do it, to get up off of it, is to don't be subjecting yourself to porn, because you'll be objectifying women now and men or whatever you're doing, you know. And you have to acknowledge if your symptoms of the cluster B personality disorder, dealing with abandonment issue, abandonment trauma. Do you have severe abandonment trauma where someone walks away from you, you feel like they'll never come back? You know, you have to look at these issues, and this is when you begin to heal. Now, a lot of women, they have that type of issue because American women or black women, because they probably didn't have a dad, or they knew now they had some kind of father that talked to them, but during a certain time and period where it was getting installed into the genes, they didn't have a solid foundation in the household, you know, so therefore they had to be able to have their own build their own hermit. That was part of the cluster B personality. That's the border that's dealing with borderline, you know, and it's like a forecast is within that borderline. And so she has to build her own, using her own ego to build her own sanctuary, whether she's going to be like, I'm the queen, or man, she's like very mean and witchy, or she's just like helpless because she didn't have that man, or she just want to be by herself all the time. These are the type of women you're dealing with. You know what I mean? And you have to acknowledge what you're dealing with and who you are. This is why being unequally yoked, you won't be able to get a relationship of marriage in this day and age without celibacy first. You both have to prove to each other the spirit that it has to line up. Birds mate for life. So who in the hell you think you is then? You're a higher life form, G. So you know you got a spirit soul type of connection. But in order for you to get that connection, them 72,000 couples, them 72,000 men, 72,000 women, you know what I'm saying? You have to be able to raise up your kundalini energy. And that's becoming celibate again. Semen retention, working out, caring for yourself, not looking at certain things that'll get your mind off of that weighing on your mind, or also weighing on your spirit. That's how you start to heal. Then you heal your cluster B personality disorder. And a lot of niggas and a lot of black men and a lot of black women have cluster B personality. You know, some narcissism, you know, but that borderline is very crucial, and it's tricky because you had developed codependency issues. When you be in a relationship with someone, you don't even want to leave them after a while. You can look at some people, some couples, you be like, damn, they look just bored. Or that lady looked bored with him or her. He looked bored with her because they've been together so long, they have a codependency issue with each other. They can't leave each other alone. And they can't stand to see each other with someone else. And so once they do leave each other alone, in order to get another person, they have to have sex with that person and to feel like they know that person, because that's the way the cluster B, the borderline personality works. You got to jump right into it. I know I used to jump right into it too. You know, and I slowed up, you know, and, you know, a lot of women didn't even respect that. You would think that they would respect that, but that's a part of their game, because they want to make you chase. And if you're chasing, it's like, oh shit, damn, that's what's up. He's chasing me. You want this pussy, you know? So, but to heal in this day and age, this dealing with the psychology that you're dealing with and your emotional stability, you're gonna have to do these. This is the way. And so, and the truth and the light. And the truth is the evidence. So, with that being said, man, you know, focus on self if you're a man. If you're a man, you know, you can have your pure KQ in the building. What's happening? You know what I'm saying? So if you're a man, you can actually master your sexual energy. And then you have your family in order. You have to be up on your light a little bit higher than she is. You know, a little bit more than she is. Because in natural existence, you're going to always be dealing with a 14-year-old girl. I don't care how old she gets. She could be your grandma, man. Hey, she's 14 years old. If you know how to deal with a 14-year-old, you're going to be on point. But a lot of men, including fathers, don't know how to deal with a 14-year-old daughter, because that's when she start going crazy. You don't know nothing about shit no more. She's hiding shit. She's sneaking boys over. She's doing all kind of shit now. But if you know how to deal with a 14-year-old, it don't matter if she's fucking 25, 30. You know what I'm saying? And that's a mature woman at that. When you're dealing with a borderline personality disorder, you're getting a woman you're getting a girl in a woman's body. Well, she's about 9 now. She didn't even reach 14. She's about 9. Some of them don't even know how to have periods correctly and shit. It's like a stunted growth. And it's like, damn, am I taking advantage of this lady because she do love sex? You know, and you got to watch out for that, because then you become responsible for certain things when you start noticing your power on people. Like, damn, I don't have to hurt this girl. She's even more fucked up, you know, or let me just step away from the situation and let her do what it do, you know, and maybe she may come to grips. Maybe the Most High may put it on her, give her the sight and see, you know, or put it on her heart to vibe, to feel. But until then, this is why it's important for you to, as man, being knowledge, being the foundation, you deal equal with all things in existence. You don't have to be having this big eye, little you. You know, in this world now, we have women saying the black woman's God, a woman's God, because we got the mitochondrial DNA and all these different things. But it's so much we have. There's so much we can say. You know, we know she has the XX chromosome, and they say we got to take from that chromosome to make the Y chromosome. But they're 2 different chromosomes. We don't have to take from the X. That's coming from, you know, we have deception coming into play when people's marketing to certain genders, you know, to win their votes in life type shit. And it's easy to vote to market to a woman because she's damn near 14 years old all her goddamn on life. She want to buy something, you know. So and instead of create, until she gets taught to create and utilize her creativity, just digging in her soul, you know what I'm saying, and be like, yo, I'm really a creator, I'm a birther of life, motherfucker. Instead of just going into the stores and shit and just buying stuff, you know. And so yeah, when you're dealing with someone who's, you know, 9 years old, maybe 8 years old, you know, and she's like 32, you know, you're gonna have arguments all the goddamn on time. You know, she's 20, even if she's 24, you're gonna have an argument, because nothing's gonna, it's like arguing with a child. You can't argue with a child. And if you realize the age that she's on, you want to keep her because she's hot, then you gotta look at why are you keeping her for now. Are you keeping her to help her, or are you keeping her to have sex with her? Because she's like vulnerable to you and shit. She may have got touched early in her life. You can kind of tell these things when you're having sex with a woman and her eyes roll back. Not every woman's eyes roll back in their head. They become possessed, and that's when you have energies, spirits, or you can call them archons, druids, these low vibratorial spirits that exist on the earth plane, and it can be seen through the infrared spectrum. This is why the army and all that shit don't use the infrared shit no more. They use it to look down on us and see who's around and shit, but they don't use them in the goggles no more. They use the green type shit so you keep it cool, because they were seeing all kind of life forms in the sky and on the ground. You know what I mean? So I got all the way over there just to get on in the infrared world. You know what I'm saying? I got all the way over there, but it was a reason. It's gonna come back. But you know, when you're dealing with, you know, these type of women, man, that's you know, they're young and they're children at heart. You know, oh yeah, eyes rolling in the back, and oh yeah, we're dealing with the druids and things of that nature. These beings are feeding on these women that are like 9-year-olds and 32-year-old bodies and shit, 24-year-old bodies. There's spirits that's with these beings, and you being met with archons, and I mean, you're not archons, I'm just saying about archons that's feeding on these beings. You can kind of feel them if you pay attention. If you just pay attention, but it's hard for you to catch it because your aura, everything's clogged up. You have been eating fish and a lot of things. I mean, fish is probably a little cool right now, but chicken and all of that and beef, you know, everything's clogged up. Your cells, your nervous system. You only got 3 central working joints. You know what I'm saying? You got your neural, you got your lymph, and you got your blood. These things, you got to keep them clear at all times. This is why I'm adding on to the game right now, you know, and detoxing daily. This is a regular way of life, G. You know, if you really want to be in tune and get your shit back, you know, and then notice you're gonna get attacked because you're pretty low right now. This is why spell work can work on your ass. But if you was a little up higher, you won't have to worry about all that too much. You'll be back in tune with your faith, you know. But these beings these women, certain things that they utilize these women for porn and shit. These women ain't there. If you look at it, their conscience is not them. They're trapped in that body, man. They started off early, and they may be some beautiful looking women, G, You know, I mean, like, ain't nothing wrong with their body. Not beautiful, but pretty. It's beautiful things with mind, body, spirit, and soul. But these beings ain't nothing on them fucked up. And you be like, damn, how did you get here? You know, on TV, how did you not care? Because there's people, it's showing you, most I show you, there's people that's lower than you. You think that you can think low? But there's motherfuckers that's already low. So imagine how low they're thinking. They're already there to where you're thinking to get to. Just imagine what they're thinking. So, you know, these beings to keep you from going through all of that and having your portals being open in your body and eating the wrong foods and getting fetal upon by these entities who hang around hospitals or hospice, places where people hang and chill to die at, and they're waiting from birth to birth. Soon they die, they go from one body, go to the birthing room, they go to the area where all the kids is born at, and they find who they want to fetal on. It's like, it's just like that. Shit. This is why having babies in a hospital is important. Don't let the baby get out your sight, G. You know what I'm saying? Because they find ways to fetal spirits onto babies, man. Yeah, we're getting very high science when it comes to this shit. Because this is where borderline personality comes in at when you're dealing with spirit play. And most likely, if you haven't faced that on yourself, you won't be able to heal the energies that's around you. Like the druids that are around you. You can actually have influence on them to make them want to do better. You can have evil ass motherfuckers that definitely got your back because they like, man, this nigga actually did and he's immortal. And we in our mortal forms couldn't even do it. We were succumbing to all kind of shit. And let's help this nigga out. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have down ass motherfuckers helping you out. There's low, high vibratorial family motherfuckers or high spirits that's high that's gonna help you out too. You know what I'm saying? Because they see now, oh damn, you can master this shit while in the flesh. Let's help. You know what I mean? And so once you start to see that you really don't want to be mastered, you know what I'm saying, that you are the master, then you start tapping into the ascended masters who's already done been through some shit. And then they can just be like, boom, they can beam this information down through certain genetically ripened beings. And then also spiritually ripened beings. Because when you're dealing with women, man, they get this black woman God, we're saying woman, God and goddess. We're having goddess body supernatural too, baby. You know what I'm saying? So we're putting it all together. So, you know, we have them trying to separate us, you know, it's going to further, it's going to destroy their aspect because you're doing your work. You'll naturally attract another NAGA from somewhere. It don't matter because you're a magnet. Once that single retention starts to activate, you become a magnet. And you repel bullshit after a while. You'll see the bullshit, which means that your mind will repel it because you'll notice it. But if you entertain it, that's on you, you know? But you'll become a magnet to motherfuckers, man. And that's how it is. And then you'll see why man is the head of the whole damn thing. And she can't lead you, man. You know what I'm saying? And she don't want to lead you. If she do, she's broken. That's cluster B personality disorder. You know what I'm saying? And we all had it to where we have traits. But there's some people who have it pathologically, meaning that they can't help it to do some dumbass shit. And when you're dealing with a whole people, a nation, because individually you would get judged, but as a whole nation who you're a part of too, if your whole is more on the narcissism, the more cluster B, then it's in you to have a pathological disorder now. Niggas, you can have traits, you pick up shit. And you can be like, oh, that ain't that, man. I'm gonna put that down, nigga. You should get wise enough to when you look down and you see shit, you don't want to pick it up. Be like, oh, what is this? It's shit. Stop picking up shit. You know what I mean? So when you start, only way to start doing that is when you start getting in tune with yourself. You know what I'm saying? You gotta start being, because you naturally cool in a motherfucker. Angels is just like this. They just ain't fucking with no bullshit. That's all. They're not gonna let no bullshit ass people in energies come into the cipher. The cipher is powered by the truth, the energy, force, and magnetism. You know, it borns 5. And 5 is just power, refinement. Refinement borns knowledge. You have to know what you're removing that's trash and filth from you. So in order to enhance yourself and your being, this is the understanding that we're gaining today, or the comprehension. If they want a wordplay, the overstanding, the understanding, but you'll learn how to use it in the right, correct sentences and aspects anyways, you know what I'm saying? In right ways anyways, you know, so, but overstanding is when you actually conquer something, because now you got an overview of it. If you have an inner view of it, you have an understanding of it. You have an understanding, well, guess what? The seed had to be planted under the surface in order for it to come out. You're the seed, you know? So whichever way they try to cut it up and slice it, nigga, understanding born is equality too. They can't get away from around it, because this is proven true at no limit of time. This is godly and divine. So let he who can interpret the words of the Creator profess it and push it out, so you can hear it into actual play and motion. No matter what language it is, you can still feel the vibration. You know what I mean? No matter if they try to put us at 440 megahertz or whatever. Most High is divine, it's all over that. Divine is forward, that's the next day. You know what I'm saying? The next day we're dealing with the culture. That's how you can prophesize days. Also just dealing with the natal charts and shit. But yeah, when you're dealing with this, when you're dealing with the women and the borderline personality, you're gonna notice this idolizing the value. So if you want to play the game. You know what I'm saying? You can play the concrete like a cat, you know, but just know that you're gonna deal with this idolizing the value and discard mechanism, and that's gonna trigger your abandonment issues if you haven't looked at it yourself. Your abandonment trauma, and your abandonment trauma gets even more stronger when you're eating like fleshly things. Becoming a poisonous animal eater, you know? Being a poisonous animal eater, you got parasites now. Now you got portals open up. Now you got these archons that's able to latch onto your ass. And if they can do it from birth in the hospice or hospital from your mama, pass it down to mitochondrial DNA, thanks to y'all, you won't talk about that shit. You're gonna inherit all this shit in the genetical, have a genetical disorder now. You know? Now you're gonna be susceptibly weaker to that where your body is. But if your spirit is strong, we're showing you how to strengthen your spirit, then you'll master the genes. I ain't talking about if you can't walk and all that stuff. That's a whole different ballgame. We do things to try to help with the neurons if you're born a certain way, to help your neurons activate a little bit more better and get them fired up again. Or if you experienced some type of accident and you couldn't, then you probably can have a little, if it's not as bad, you can probably eat certain things that kind of give you some type of motion. But if you're like a person who's like, you know, who ain't never had no problem and shit, you know what I'm saying? You want to keep your neural energy at top-notch level. And the only way to do that is eat that fruit, the berries and the melons, you know? And so you can feel these things and feel when these energies are around, feeding off you. You'll know it. Yeah, the goosebumps come up, but also if you're clear, yeah, you're going to feel on a spiritual point. You're going to have a spiritual eye, you know what I'm saying? And this is what Most High is getting you to be more stronger in your spiritual and your physical. This is the Cosmine era, so they will say. So this is the blending of the spirit and the physical, you know? And you can't have one stronger than the other. You know, you be too physical, you up in here being Mr. Olympia, and you don't have nothing up in the mind. You don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? You're probably eating eggs every goddamn day. You know what I'm saying? Chicken eggs at that. What kind of genetical makeup is in chicken eggs? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that you're eating that little white part of the chicken, or the little egg in there inside the little white part, it could be the chicken. You're eating the yolk, but the yolk is produced by an animal. You know what I'm saying? I ate eggs before. I just hooked them motherfuckers up. I wasn't eating them, and then I went back to eating them. But I knew I wasn't gonna eat them anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing desired. You know, I know how to flavor some shit up, but we're gonna have some cooking too. We're gonna have dinner time. We're gonna be eating dinner and all that the right way. And y'all gonna have to tune in, my real ones. And I'm gonna have to have a membership just for that, because I know Muggs is gonna be doing the knowledge and looking. You know what I'm saying? Because we got creamy information that the Most High is downloading us with. As you ain't gonna hear it nowhere else on here like this. We in the heart chakra, G. You know what I'm saying? Vortex and current. It's a vortice shit. It's a lot of things too when your mind is open, you know what I'm saying, that you already had, you know, been exposed to. It comes to life even more, you know, depending on your position and where you at in the world, you know, to get your codes out. You know, and so that's why I'm here, man, to help you out, to help us all out, to get to that next level. I know this thing is kind of jumping a little bit, but we're going to get to the next level. So hit the like. That's why I should be saying, hit the like. Hit the like button. But if you're compelled to, you do it. I appreciate the ones who do hit the like. But the ones who get it is the one who gets the like. You know what I'm saying? If you get the like, that means Most High put you right here. You ain't need everybody else. And once they do come in, they'll come in. But you already ahead of the game. That means that, hey, let me go ahead and start right now. You know, get my light body up. Because we're doing light bodybuilding. They be like, oh, light bodybuilding with lightweight. No, we're talking about light bodybuilding, like the essence, the soul, the spirit and shit. You know what I'm saying? The things that you have to use to shake off all the physical shit, the residue, the ash that you done acquired through your life. Man, we can hear it like this, man. They could have told you. All the false prophets could have told you. You know what I'm saying? could have. But it was the hidden one that came out. Like, oh, hold up, oh, goddamn. You should have been eating fruits all these times. These people, them false prophets was against fruit. That same Malachi York, he was against fruit. That's kind of crazy. When fruit has the sugar that runs the fuel to everything. Slow carbohydrates. What is carbohydrates? That's fruit. That's complex sugar. It's still a sugar. You know what I'm saying? Sugar's in everything. That's your fuel. So you got to learn how to eat again, and we're here to show you how to eat again. Not to learn how to eat to live. We're learning how not to eat to live. You don't have to eat beans all the daggone time. You don't have to eat linguine. You can eat linguines, but you don't have to eat, you know, pastas and all of that shit. That forms candida. You see some big obese ass vegetarians. You be like, yeah, you're vegetarian, and they eat cheese and everything. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're gonna eat cheese, you better sparingly eat it. You know, and eat it during a certain time of the year where it's like seasons. Like if it's cold, well, yeah, you can eat some cheese if you want to. Because eating fruit in the cold, and I've done it, all of them, man. You know what I'm saying? Eating the cold and your fruit, you're gonna feel it. And you don't have. I was already fruitarian. I still didn't even want to eat no cheese or nothing in the wintertime. But I'm just saying, I had to eat a little bit extra, like grains or stuff like that that'll stick to more beans or something that was a little bit stick to my ribs a little bit. But in the wintertime, it'll be a little colder. You have a chill on your bone. You know what I'm saying? If you're just eating fruits only in 30 below zero, you know. So you're gonna have to get something. You gotta eat according to the seasons. By the time spring comes up, now you're detoxing heavily because all the shit you done ate through the fall and the winter to keep that on. You accumulated a nice amount of toxins in your body where you now have to fast. You now have to, you're going according to the season because the divine got it lined up for you. It's already in the clock in the sky. It's already showing you in your natal chart. Everything is divine and everything is guided for you already. They just took it off away from you. So during the seasons is when you catch on. Like spring comes up, you're springing back. Now you're running, you're exercising, you're sweating a little bit more because you don't want to sweat too much in the wintertime because you get pneumonia and all that, you know? And that's just an outside thing that you use with your body. But when you're dealing with, in springtime, you start eating, like I say, whatever's coming to light then. Summertime, you can basically eat fruits through the whole summer. You ain't got to do this all the time, but through the whole summer, you can eat fruits through the whole summer. When fall start coming in, that's when you start getting your leaves, because those are starting to be the times where the harvest is hitting. Now you're getting your leaves, you're getting your kales, you're getting some people don't eat, you're getting your cabbage. Some people don't eat broccoli, but you're getting your broccoli. You know what I'm saying? You're getting all your your tomatoes. All these things is coming in at that time. Now you're stacking up on your grains through the winter time. Now you got bins, because you're not eating grains in the summertime, maybe once every 2 weeks or so, maybe once a month or something like that. But you're stacking it up now. Now you're stacking it up in the wintertime. Now you got a whole bunch of quinoa, and you got cats gardening, so your shit won't get ate up by rats or stuff like that, So now you're eating according to the seasons, and that's the thing we got to do. We can't just go to the store and get what we want to eat, get a gyro, and when it's 100 degrees outside and shit. Look at the people who eat gyros every day when it's 80 degrees outside. You know what I'm saying? You can smell them. And I like garlic, but some people who have excess garlic, you can develop what they would call, and along with other meats that you eat, when garlic's not meat, I'm just saying it's a herb, it's a root or whatnot, but you will develop, of course, candida, but you'll have, what's that? That's that when you speak, you ain't even gotta talk. You can breathe and you stink. Halitosis, man. And these moms who have halitosis, they be the most talkingest motherfuckers. You're like, goddamn, why you got a lot to say? You know what I'm saying? Go talk on the microphone and send me that shit. Send me a message, man. We don't need to talk face to face. You know what I'm saying? But you'll have all these things. And to bypass all that, man, you know what I'm saying? Eat according to the seasons. And right now, winter season's coming up for the northern hemisphere. You're gonna have to start eating a little bit more heavier foods, burritos. You can enjoy your Chipotle, your homemade Chipotle if you want to. Getting a couple little things to put on the bones. You can have your bulking season happen. But if you're like in the tropics and things of that nature, southern hemisphere, you're gonna eat more fruits. Fruits is producing. There's mango season happening. You're not eating so much heavy foods. It may be cooler at night, but at the same time, it's bearable, And so you may eat something a little heavier, like maybe a piece of bread or so. But you'll notice the difference. You don't have to eat that much. And once you start training your body, you'll know you won't have to eat a lot at all. You know what I'm saying? That's when you're like, okay, what am I gonna do with my thoughts now? what am I gonna do with my creativity and shit? Because you gonna have creative time. Depending on where you at, you can be able to create a lot of shit because you're not hungry all the time. Just imagine when you be at work 8 hours. You're not really hungry because you're working 4 hours before you get to your break, damn near. You may have they now giving you 15-minute breaks and shit like that. You can go have a cigarette or some shit and come back in. You may not even eat nothing. You might have to do something. You may have to feed your neural system some fucking tobacco, some nicotine or something to get you off, to get your stress off your mind and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, damn, I'm outside. It's cold, and motherfucker. Shit. You know what I mean? And so you're really not eating much anyways. So when you have your time scheduled out and occupied, you become a spiritual millionaire now. Now you're having happiness that you're cultivating the whole time. Now you know what your vices are. You're getting rid of your vices. Now you know what you need. If you have an endocannabinoid system, then guess what? You're gonna need some weed. You know what I mean? And they know you're gonna need some weed because chances are you're an empath, or if you're a narcissist, you don't feel shit. You kind of want to smoke weed so you can feel shit. If you're an empath, you kind of want to smoke some weed so you don't be feeling it that much. See how it works? Most high got it laid out. And they're like, oh, you can't smoke it. That's a goddamn gonna lie. Why? It's because it's representing the spiritual, the ethereal, that type of smoke. And it's bearable. Why can you smell that smoke and not fucking choke and die? Because it has a chemical makeup to cultivate your serotonin. Especially when you're around devils and shit. You know what I mean? The chosen need to have that. And if they don't want to use it, it's okay. But they'll have certain things anyway. You'll find your way, you know? Just to make sure you don't get to being a spiritualist and drinking all the goddamn on time, and then now you're associating with spirits who can't even elevate up off the earth plane. But that's another story when we're dealing with drinking and shit. But it's all dealing with nutrition. You gotta know how to have spiritual nutrition for yourself. You know, so that's dealing with God degree. We call it God degree. That's food. Food is for your mind, for your body, your spirit. That's why you got to be careful with what you put on your mind. Got to be careful with what you watch. Got to be careful with what you're feeling, because it'll project all these things onto you. And you being a child of God and the Creator, man, they can fuck you up in a way, you know? And so you want to enhance your faith and get it high up. You got to get out of their shit. Raise that light up every month. Every month. Every day is a good day for you. But every month, oh man, you're even more super. And you don't want to bust that nut, man. I'm telling you, if you want to feel and you want to master yourself, you have a better, healthier relationships with just life in general. With animals, with fucking people. Even when people try to throw salt at your game, try to fuck you up. You know, talk shit about you, you'll still have a better relationship with them. Because you ain't gonna let it trigger you as much. You will want to do something just for the principle, but then you don't have to, because why? You done already got back online. Now certain things is gonna be, since they on a certain frequency, they gonna draw that shit back to them. They're just trying to draw you into the same frequency as them so that you can draw in some bullshit, you know? Is to get you off your happiness. This is why aloha is very important, is to remember, in this area, shit, you gotta be happy to attract something that's very great. And if you're mad, man, you're gonna attract something sad, you know? So ain't no hating involved. Ain't nothing about saying hate, nigga, I hate you, nigga. That's about I love you, aloha, love, nigga, I'm here. It's what it is. And that's gonna be the universal greeting around the whole entire world, starting in this cycle, in this season, G. And starting right now. You know what I'm saying? From where our brothers out here in this triangle. It's a triangle. The triangle is the symbol of the earth. That's where I'm at, you know? You can call it whatever you want to call it, but the triangle is the symbol of the earth, and it was a holy people in this triangle out here too that's in tune with the Creator. You got your Ephesians, your Samoans, and your Tongans. It's more, but he's got a lot of different kinds, you know. And like I say, we're all one. You can tell by the vibe and the spirit of their ripeness of their spirit, because they're giving, and any one of those other creators is giving. It's not no game, it ain't no fakeness. It's I'm giving you this, something that you can live with for forever. You know what I'm saying? So if you was to give some money, that's a blessing on your end, because the Most High gonna bless you. You know, it's like money, you can use it in their world from time to time, in the king's world. You can use it, you know. But this spirit game right here, you use that for forever, B. For forever. And then you die, you in a dream. You can remember, oh, this bitch got cluster B personality I'm dealing with in this dream. I know not to fuck with her that hard and shit. Or I say, fuck it, I know how to deal with her enough and shit. See, that's forever game, you know? So, I'm gonna wrap it on up. I was gonna be hitting my little, you know what I'm saying? This is a tea leaf. You know, tea leaf. And they sell them now. The Hawaiians are smart as hell. And now the word Hawaiian, this is not what they originally called this up out here, is Hawaiian is anyone who's of the Creator. Hawaiian. You of the Creator? Well, then you're a Hawaiian, like NAGA. That's all of us now. We're all going to be, this is going to be new, and we're putting it down, and we're establishing the Sabbath the way it is. This ain't the Sabbath, but it's Sunday. Sabbath ain't Saturday. It's every 4 phases of the moon, every sacred day of the moon. And the last Sabbath just happened, and it was on a Friday. So the next one was going to be on the 9th, so you're going to have to join me on that day of rest. And you're going to want to rest because the cosmic lineup is happening. You're going to want to lay down. You're not going to want to get on nothing. You're going to just like, let me just go through it like this and let me rest my body. Let me not eat. This is what got me ripped too, even more later. Shining like a mother. I ain't even show my body, man. Because I ain't had to show my body. But I'm going to show my body like that. Look at that, man. You know what I'm saying? Fruits, berries, and melons, man. Chest game up there, man. We got the upper ledge and shit. You know what I'm saying? We're cracking walnuts. We're like somebody mama asshole in the middle of my chest. Nigga, like, wow. I'm just playing with y'all. You know, that's what it is, G. It's not about, you know, showing your body off. You got a lot of bodies, G. You have light bodies. This is just a corporeal reality of the mind, body, and spirit in one place together. I'm not just all over, like I'm over here thinking about this, getting pussy, and I'm telling you this, and I'm doing this. You know what I'm saying? No, nigga, you see this nigga outside? This nigga's on the earth. Yeah, like, where you from? Nigga, I am from Earth. I'm just in another part of the house. You know what I'm saying? If Earth is my home, I'm just on another part of the home, exploring my other part of my house, and got my feet on the earth healing. You know what I'm saying? What NAGA's supposed to be doing, G? You know, we went through a lot of ancestors died for that, you know? And for you just to be sick and stuck, you know? It ain't about astral traveling because you get fucked up. It's about getting yourself right and focusing on what your personality disorder is, you know what I'm saying? And how to just make your actually personality disorder just be your personality, you know? Because you'll know you have a disorder because you're a broken person. You'll be broken. You'll do things over and over again, and you'll ruminate over and over again. That's why you got to chill with yourself. Chill with the I am, the Most High, the God, you know? You don't have to have angels around you and shit. You got the Most High Creator that's right in tune with your heart. Your heart is not a pump. That's the biggest lie they told you, along with the earth being fucking the way it is. Your heart is a vortex. It spirals. Your soul, your spirit, your chi is in your blood, and it's already moving throughout your whole physical body. It just uses the vessels, the arteries, and the pump. I mean, the vortex and current of the heart to just push it through the whole house, through the whole body. In order to pump this much blood through your body, you need a big ass huge pump. And you be like, damn, well, where does blood originate at in the body? Now that's another one. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, what the fuck does that mean? We're dealing with energy. We're dealing with chi, spirit. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna wrap it up. Because I see I got Swoop and all them and Swift, everybody around. They're like, okay, nigga, we've been patient. All right, what's up, Swift? What's up, Swift? He's throwing this down like, yo, man, you gonna throw something on the ground? He's communicating, I know. And he knows there's nothing on the ground. He's just showing me that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, throw something on the ground for me. It's something right there, but it ain't something that you don't eat. So if I pull something out, he's gonna come over here. Come here. I ain't gonna pull that out. But all right, y'all. I love y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Yo, let me give a shout out, Ricardo. Yo, what's happening? KQ, that's my dude. What's happening? You know, we're getting it in. We gotta get them fruits, berries, and melons in. And, you know what I'm saying? To get a main meal at the end of the day. You know, when the sun's about setting and shit, you're gonna feel good with yourself. Wake up in the morning, drop your soul the right way. Eat the right foods that don't call your body up. We're gonna go through it day by day, yo. We're gonna walk right with it. And the winter time is the best time because we got all kind of things happening. We got the election going on, you know, and that's dealing with the whole world, G. You know, so you ain't got no control over that too tough, even if you did vote. But you do got control over yourself, at least right now, even if they did try to control you. You at least get this under wrap, you know what I'm saying? So everything will be in order spiritually. Because you got spirit eyes too. What you think your dreams, man? You know what I'm saying? What do you think the light is in the dream? That's from the Creator. The Creator is the all light. This is the time of light. This is the time of affirmation that you can use to inform yourself, to make yourself better. And it's revealed to you by someone that's dealing with equal. Like, yo, man, this is real shit. Hey, we niggas, man. We sometimes fuck up and sometimes this happens. This is what happens, you know what I'm saying? But we get up and we make each other stronger, G. We hold each other accountable. That's what we do. With any chick, if you're dealing with a borderline and you try to hold her accountable, chances are you're not gonna have that relationship no more because you held her accountable for being something that she was broken about in the first place. This is why Heal Yourself right now is the best thing and the most ultimate thing you can do. It's the most divine thing you can do in ever. And this is one of the best times. Ain't that right, Most High? It's the butterfly. It just came through. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, that's the best thing you can do, G. And every day is better. You know, we don't have to wait weeks. Unless they on the phone. They just landed on the phone. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have to wait weeks. It's every day you'll be stronger if you held out. If you're not, it's not even holding out. You're not holding out from nothing. You're circulating the chi. It's gonna reset your skin and shit. Like, fuck, nigga, I ain't playing with you. I gotta cover up my loins. It's gonna cover up it's gonna make your skin all glow and shit. You know what I'm saying? Your cells is gonna reset more every day. You got cerebral spinal fluid going through your whole body. It makes you hella sexy, bitches see it. If you're in a place where it's not a lot of chicks, the chicks that do see it and they use their ego, they're gonna act like they don't see it, but they're gonna be drawn up. But if you're in a place where it's a whole bunch of females, oh man, they gonna be on your ass. Because they can feel it. They know they got it. Hey, they know that you're rare. But if you're in a place where there's a lot of men and ain't that many females, they know you're rare, but they know they can still kind of mess with some more dudes and shit. They don't know how valuable you truly are until they get with you and then lose you. And then they're like, oh, and then you just triggered their little abandonment issue in them. You know what I'm saying? Because everyone is basically dealing with this cluster B. So they're easy to get. Borderline women is easy to get if you just be straight up with them and don't hold them accountable for their sex. You'll be good. You want to keep them. But if you hold them accountable, y'all gonna have a problem in your relationship. You hold any of them motherfuckers accountable. They feel like, I can do anything I want to do, nigga. You can't stop me from fucking the sucking and doing any goddamn thing I want to do in my life. You're like, damn, bitch, you said all that to me after I done gave you about 6 nuts? What the fuck you mean? See, hey, 6 nuts is 6 months, nigga. Woo, just imagine if you had 8 months saved up and you gave 6 and you wasn't trying to, and you just gave 6 anyway? Because 6 nuts is easy to get. You gotta understand that. But if you gave 1, that means, bitch, I'm nice. That means I liked you, bitch. If I gave you, I liked you a little bit. You know, you ain't supposed to give a bitch 1 nut, man. You don't fuck yourself up. She's supposed to have like 20 of them nuts. And she's cool. Are you cool? You ain't lose your mind now. You're not out of your mind no more. You still like the chick. But when you get out of your mind, you're gonna start inheriting her insecurities. You busting nuts and shit. And she's she insecure because she's even though she's 32 or something, she's 14. She may not even be 14. 14 is mature. 14 can take care of a home. You know what I'm saying? A house full of her brothers and sisters and shit like that. She's probably 9, nigga, 8. You know what I'm saying? In 32, 20-something-year-old bodies, it's gonna be hard trying to reason with that type of motherfucker. You have to give her candy and shit. You gotta put all little shiny things for her little ass and shit. Like, here, you want this? Hold this, I'll be back. You know what I'm saying? So she won't go and suck nobody's dick and shit because she's fucking scared of abandonment issues and trauma. You can't walk her through that shit. That's where you talking about. You can't save her ass, nigga. Ain't that right? You can't save her, man. You know what I'm saying? This is where you gotta focus on yourself, and it's sad. And there's some men that got that load, and they got that load. They dealing with, you really experiencing. It's not even it's trisexual now. It's not even bisexual no. You're just trying sexual shit now. Like niggas are trisexual, nigga. I'm just trying shit. I don't know. I'm fucked up. I ain't got nothing. Nobody left me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? This ain't funny, but this is, once you harness the energy, it's funny in the light realm. Ain't that right, Mozart? Mozart right there, and the butterfly, another butterfly came through. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Just work on you. And this is the way to work on you. You can't work on you thinking that you're going to be busting nuts and drinking and I'm working on me. And nah. Working on you is making sure you don't bust that nut every day. Seeing how powerful you are. You know, learning to utilize that energy and transmute that energy for yourself. That's working on you. That's the main thing. Because that's when the thoughts start coming back to rightness. You're like, oh, maybe I ain't supposed to be doing this. Maybe I ain't. Because you will see half the motherfuckers arguing in the comments. They just jacked off 2 days ago, probably. I know they're not in their right mind. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, I know you're not in your right mind. We shouldn't even be talking. Ain't that right, Thuggy Dub? Come here. He on the phone. Come here. You can't even see it. That's his foot on the phone. He's like, you gonna see me? That's his foot. Hey, hold up. Just push the button. I had to make sure. Yeah, yo. See, I'm at the grocery store right now. Yo, man, that's what's up. Grapes. If you get some grapes, man, get some grapes for me, yo. He like, man, Godbody, man, Superman say, eat some grapes. You know, grapes make you super too. It's gonna, it really, that's the main fruit or berry you should be eating if you want to clean them kidneys out, man. That'll have you rip. I'm finna get back on the grape thing tomorrow, actually, because I got 2 bananas and an apple. I just got some fruit. You know what I mean? I just came off a good fast too. So it's diamond cut season, and I'm back to not eating as much as I want, not even much, not as much as I want. I'm talking about, I ain't even eating in the daytime. It's gonna be my first time eating in the day today. In the daytime in about a week. I'm gonna eat a piece of fruit. But they know they cloud seeding, and they know they doing them chemtrails so they can see the fake clouds along, trying to mix in with the real clouds. And it's kind of like how they kind of bring them together, like, and they trying to make some kind of storm, you know. And it's hard to do it when you're in the tropics and you way the fuck out in the middle of the fucking whoop. You know, they just, you know, they poach. These people something else, man. I'm like, God damn, just let it go, man. Just let it go. Let everybody get better and help themselves. They act like they don't want nobody to heal. They just put a little bit of shit out there, and that's it, man. You know what I'm saying? And then they see, oh, the truth is coming out. Let us put somebody out that's talking about it too. And it's like, but this is right here. They ain't got nobody to counter this. You ain't got nobody to counter this right here. This is Most High, man. He lined it up. And that's when we all get back online. We like, man, we gonna get our wives, our kingdom spouses, and all of this shit. Because now we learn how to look at it through the cosmic sense. Now we're utilizing the energies of the cosmos, like, boom. When the moon, when the moon is in a certain sign, and you got those little shorter period of time to get certain things done. Like today, the moon is in Sagittarius. You're like, damn, how the fuck this nigga know all this? But it's in Sagittarius. So it's gonna be in Sagittarius for a couple days, 48 hours. So whatever Sagittarius is good at doing, no matter what sign you is, you can use it. Sometimes your sign is don't like to won't mix with certain signs, but you can still use that energy to transmute it for your benefit. And so if you're out doing shit, this is what Sagittarius does. They go out and get shit done. They got the arrow. They're like, where we gotta go, where we gotta go. Oh, they get shit done. The problem is with certain Sagittarius, they just be pointing the arrow at everything. So you gotta harness that energy because they're optimistic. So just harness your optimism in these next little couple 48 hours and shit. You know what I'm saying? You can be optimistic, but just don't jump to it and be an optimist. Like, I'm just jumping on everything and shit. Like, be an optimist in the sense where it's like, yo, I'm prime. You know what I'm saying? And don't be an optimist like these other motherfuckers and shit. Hey, it's all a little wordplay. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, you just have to use certain things at certain times. And, you know, like I say, right now, Sagittarius, they about getting shit done and going out and applying themselves. You know what I mean? And by applying themselves, you see Sagittarius you don't see no broke ones and shit because they love doing shit. You know, they just do shit for at least one time in their life. And so this is going to prepare you for Capricorn. And Capricorn is where it's like, you know, you're going to be grounded and settled down and getting ready for the new moon or the next moon cycle that's coming up on the 9th, the Sabbath. Everything is gearing you up to the Sabbath again. It's like boom, 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 boom. And then you're hitting and that's wherever the moon is in at, wherever sign the moon is in then, that's the energies of the Sabbath then. And you can focus on that. This is every day. This is how we're gonna be doing it from now on out. All right. I love y'all. Thanks for joining me. KQ, thanks for joining me, yo. Appreciate it. Get some of them grapes. Get some blueberries. If they got mulberries, but a lot of things is out of season. So, but still you're gonna get the energy and still utilize it anyway. So that's good. But them grapes is good though. You know what I'm saying? That'll work. Even if you got seeded grapes, that'll work even more. All right. I love y'all. Thank you for joining me. In peace, not a peace, but peace and victory is your culture. It's your way of life. It's divine. You naturally victorious, yo. And you don't need swine. I love y'all. Peace.